It's yours truly, Rico Vibes, and welcome to another edition of Take Five. My special guest today, Emp Love. I can't get over that Emp Love thing. When did you change that name?
Maybe about 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the Emp Love?
Uh, it's weird. There's been a lot of empresses, DJ empresses, and so my original name wasn't Empress though. It was
Okay.
Severe, and
Right, I
then
remember that.
yeah, it was
I remember that.
Severe, and then I was named Empress Fire
Right, from the sound.
from the sound,
Right.
and then it went from Empress Fire. I was just like, I'm just Emp, and everybody's like, that is so
Yeah,
not
it's kind
you.
of it's kind of dope though. I like it.
Thank you.
It's different. It's
Yeah.
different.
And so then Imp Love came about when everyone's like, if you love it, just say you love it. And I was like, oh, Imp Love.
Well, let's go back. How did you get started, and what motivated you to get started being a DJ?
Oh man, life.
Life?
Yeah, I love standing at the top of the stairs watching everybody in basement parties just go crazy
Okay.
and watching how the DJ just controlled everything.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, I want to do that.
At what age was this?
Like 6.
Wow. Was there music in your family and around your family?
Yeah, my father has been a DJ for all my life.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like over 30 years. And
So you
then
grew up with that?
I did, and it's on my dad's side more than anything as far as DJing. All of my uncles are DJs.
Right.
On my mom's side, she's a dancer, so
Okay.
yeah, well, African dancer. Yeah.
Right. So you became a DJ when it wasn't really popular to be a female DJ.
No, not at all.
Did you get any fight back then or any resistance back then?
There was a few times that I questioned if I really need to continue on
Really?
with it, because it was just honestly a skill thing for me. I was doing it for the skill, not to be titled as a female DJ. I just really loved it. I
Gotcha.
love the whole art of DJing, being able to manipulate the music and
Right.
everything. And I just want to be respected as a DJ. I don't really care about being like the fact that I was a female. I was like, okay, but
Yeah.
I've been a tomboy my whole life, so it's like,
Oh, wow.
it's like, you guys okay? They're like, no.
Oh, wow. So you also got into radio, and you've been just about on every radio station.
Yes.
What made you get it? Was that the natural progression?
Well, honestly speaking, my major in college was journalism.
Okay.
And it was radio and communication as well.
Okay.
So my goal was always to be on radio.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And so how many years has it been now?
It's been a while.
It's been a minute, right?
It's been a while. Since 2000, officially playing public, I would say it's been about 21 years.
21 years. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what haven't you done in the industry?
I've emceed, I've done radio, I've done promotions, DJ'd. I have not thrown a birthday party.
Never.
Never.
Well, that's a goal to look forward to. That's a goalpost right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll get a good turnout too, because you're known.
I would hope so. I'm kind of quiet, so it's
But
yeah.
they always say in order to be making in this business, you got to be braggadocious a little bit.
What's the word?
Braggadocious.
Braggadocious, yes.
A little bit.
A little toops.
Yeah,
Little toops.
just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
So recently, I saw you joined a huge sound that I've known from Atlanta from back in the days.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
So I am a new member of Unity Sound.
Right.
They have been in business for 25 years.
Wow.
The owner is DJ Crossfire.
Right.
It started out with Crossfire and his brother Dreddy. I think we are at 6 members now.
Okay.
So that'll be Crossfire, Big Sensi, he's in Japan, DMC Vibes, who's in Tampa. We have Super Coop, who's in Jamaica. Then we have Sir Henry, who's in Kenya.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm here. Yeah.
Wow. What was the thought process in joining a sound?
It was never a thought process.
Really?
It was honest, wholeheartedly. It was the shock of my entire career.
They reached out to you?
They reached out to me.
Wow.
Yeah. It would happen. It's been a year now. I've been with them for a year, and it was crazy enough. It was just like hey, Emp, so seeing how you play, and I heard your Cross called me, and he was like, I heard you actually MC on one of your Instagram posts. I didn't even know you knew how to do that. I was like, yeah, I've been an MC longer than I've been permitted to DJ. And and so he was like, so what do you think about being part of the sound? I was floored for about a good 2 minutes. I was like, give me a second, I'll be right back. And I went in the bathroom and was like, what? This is happening. I was like that, bugging out, because I respect him so much.
Right.
I've known him for so long.
Right.
And then I said, yeah, I'll do it. He said, you don't want a prelim? I was like, prelim of what? I said, no, we're doing this. We're doing it.
So what was his thought process, do you know?
His thought process, he made it very clear to me. Crossfire is very clear. And he's so transparent because he's also a teacher, so he makes things very clear. I'm not bringing you on the sound as a female DJ. I'm bringing you on the sound as a DJ. And that won me over. Because that's all I've been trying to do is just be a DJ, you know. But I get it. It's female empowerment, and, you know, females are the future.
Right.
Still. Right. However, being a part of the sound, it didn't feel like I was filling a spot to say, okay, now we have a girl on the sound. Right. It was more so we have a balance. She brings her type of energy with our energy, and that's really what it was.
So how has it been so far?
It's been a ride.
Yeah?
It's been a ride. We just finished playing Rum Punch Brunch last weekend, and that actually was, for me, it was a big deal because, you know, Drake is like my little brother, so, you know, and then Cross is now like my big brother. And I was like, yo, this is going to be so amazing, and I've never played with them before.
Oh, really?
That was the first time the USA team actually played with each other.
Okay.
So DMC, myself and Cross, that was the first time we all actually saw each other physically play. Well, DMC and Cross play in Tampa all the time.
Right.
So yeah.
So when are you heading to Japan?
September. Yeah.
Okay, next year.
Yeah, because Mighty Crown is retiring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so there's a Yokohama cruise, and I'm going to be on that boat. And
Are you speaking it into existence?
I am manifesting.
Gotcha.
It's happening.
Gotcha.
Because that's a lifelong dream of mine.
Really?
Yeah, I've always said when I first started DJing, and my cousin can attest to it, I said, when I start DJing, I'm going to put you in my book bag and we're going to Japan. Because we both love anime, so yeah.
What's next for EMP?
Next. Well, for right now, in this very moment, I have a t-shirt company that I'm starting. Okay. It's called Sassy Face. I really want to kind of utilize that to kind of expound on the whole experience being here in Atlanta, the familiar faces. That's the reason I call it Sassy Face. It's actually what my mom calls me. She calls me Sassy Face. Okay. Because it means like, you know, your face just so big and bold out there. Okay. So she's like, so I took the name because it's a loving term of endearment from her. Right. And there's so many familiar faces here in Atlanta. Right. And the motto that I have is reasons to smile. Okay. And so it's already out. Right. I kind of did like a little soft launch and just see who was paying attention. Right. I actually created a couple shirts that some of the guys on the Clash recently for between Animosity and Addies. The promo shirts, that was my designs.
Okay. So, okay. How does your parents feel about what you're into?
Oh man, my father is still kind of floored that his daughter's a DJ. Really? Yeah, it's still he's so protective. Have
he taught you anything?
Actually, I learned everything on my own.
Really?
Yeah, because my dad lived in Jamaica while I was up here. So he didn't teach me anything. He just recently sent me a folder, and I was like, Dad.
A folder of music?
Of music.
Wow.
Now, mind you, my dad has dubs, like from Bob Marley and stuff like that. So I'm like, all you got to do is just sign it off to me. Don't worry about anybody else. That's all I want. But I'm sorry, I just touched the mic.
That's okay.
But my mom, I feel like that Lila Ike song, you know,
which one?
Biggest fan. Oh. It's like she sang that from my heart to my mom because my mother has been my #1 fan and my greatest adversary when it comes to this industry.
Well, she should be.
Oh man, yeah.
She should be.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah.
What's the goal post for you? You got the t-shirt company. You're now on Unity Sound. What's next?
Europe.
Europe. Okay.
Yeah, I wanna see Europe. I want to see Africa mostly though. Mostly Africa. I want to be able to really and truly just kind of like expound my skill set a little bit more. Right. I love Atlanta. Atlanta's my home. It's been my home and always will be my home. And but I want to be able to take all this energy that I built here and just take it on the main stage to Europe.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, what would you say is your forte in terms of the music you gravitate most towards?
Oh man, I'm a maniac. I'm a maniac, Rico. I love Afrobeat.
Okay.
Always have. Been playing it from since 2010.
Okay.
I would say that I have a recent new love for soca in the last like 10 years.
I mean, it has evolved
It has.
in the last 10 years.
And I honestly caught a caught wind to it through DJ Chiney. You know, we used to play on the radio station together, and he's like my bro. So it was definitely for me. It was him. It was him. DJ Touches, Boom Boom. A lot of Lotus. The rest of them. You know, like being around them and just hearing the music and just loving what it did for everyone. You know. So I'm like, yeah, I like.
It's a happy music.
It is happy music,
happy
isn't it?
music, yeah.
But it's also maniac music. Like you can, it's music that can kind of transcend with everything. So I would say Afrobeat, soca. Secret is finally out, and I can say it. I love house music. I love house. I love EDM.
Okay.
And
you would fit right in for you.
Yeah.
Because that's what really popping over there.
Yeah. So I want to kind of be able to take all of my loves, bring them all together, and then just like expand.
So if somebody wants to book, do they book Amp Love or do they book Unity Sound? How does it work?
It's both ways.
Both ways. Okay. So
Yeah,
if they want to book it, where do they go?
Oh boy, they tend to now when they book Amp Love, they want the Afrobeat soca.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't play a lot of dancehall, not because I don't love it. It's just I know dancehall. I like to challenge myself.
Gotcha.
And so that's where I'm at right now. Just trying to challenge myself to kind of bring dancehall, Afrobeat, soca, EDM, house, all of that together when I play. So when I give you this whole like melange of music, it's like, oh, okay, that sounds good with that.
Gotcha.
Like, right.
Gotcha.
Just trying to keep the energy going.
Wow. Now, Unity Sound, obviously, they're full of doublets.
Oh, yeah.
So, are you going to foray into the Clash arena at all, or
I don't
that's
know.
not?
We're not a Clash in sound,
Right.
but we are very much appreciators of just the Clash environment, the sound environment itself. I wouldn't say we wouldn't do it. It would just, for me personally, it would have to just be a bucket list thing. So,
Gotcha.
just to say, okay, I did it, you know, to see what it feels like.
So that's not something that you really want to continue doing on a continuous basis?
No, I don't want to clash. Okay. I don't necessarily. I'm
because it get too personal at times? Or?
No,
Okay.
actually, I like that part of it because I'm a competitor. So I used to be an athlete when I was younger. So
Gotcha.
I love the gladiatorness of it. You know, it's just I'm Amp Love. You know,
it's all about love, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm like, you know, but I wouldn't. If somebody mashed my car, I might answer that.
Well, you have the music to do it. You have the place to do it. You have kids.
I do.
Would you ever, if they ever want to get into the business, what would be your advice to them?
Never, ever change your mind.
Okay.
Stick to your guns. You know, don't let anybody force you to change your style. Don't conform to anything for the sake of conforming. Gotcha. If you do, make a statement. Be different, regardless. You're not going to win everything. You're not going to be the most popular person, but those that love you, and just stay like that.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Very much.
Wow.
Very much.
Yeah, Atlanta is tough.
Yeah.
Atlanta is tough. You got to be. I learned you got to be tough to be here.
Yeah, you have to. You have
test your toughness.
Man, the toughness. I think more so in Atlanta, especially now, having been here so long and in the industry. And watching it evolve into what it is and knowing what it was before, that it is very competitive. However, those that have maintained the status quo for Atlanta, kept the competitive edge on it, you know. You have the APs, you have the, you know, One Drops, you have Choice One, you know, and that whole emergence of just, you know, how Atlanta transferred from reggae into a soca city now. You know, dare I say that, right? Yeah. That it's emerging again, you know, and it's good to see it keeps on transforming into whatever it needs to be.
Every few years.
Yeah, it evolves into something, but those that have been and keep it going, you know, I have to really give them a lot of props because it is hard. with all these other major cities in competition,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to see what Carnival's going to bring next year too.
Yeah, Carnival's gonna be interesting. You play mass, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Who do you play for?
I've played on Wii kind of thing when I first started. That was my introduction to soca.
Okay.
I've played on Classy Waves. I played Mad Flavor before.
Okay.
And I might be DJing on somebody's truck this year.
That's what's up.
So we'll see.
That's what's up.
We'll see.
Before you go, talk a little bit about your radio show. How can folks follow you on your radio show?
Okay, so my radio show is on DWC Radio, atllive.com. It is an online radio, but it is community radio.
Okay.
I'm on Saturdays from 12 to 2-ish, because sometimes I go overtime depending on how maniac I get.
Okay.
Right? And it is definitely, it's broadcasted on YouTube Live, it's on TuneIn, Facebook Live, it's also on Alexa.
Okay.
So they can
what's
access it all over. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And where can they follow you on social media?
Well, my social media is at DJEmp_Loveit on Instagram. I also have my own website, which is DJEmpLove.com. And I'll probably go to the website because there's a lot of content on there.
There you go. I think you're one of the first ones to have a website as well.
Possibly, yeah.
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 Well, folks, my special guest today, DJ Emp Love. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right. And we'll be back with another edition of Take 5. I like that.